Tell me about the song.
Sad World. So I wrote that song last year with a couple of my buddies. There's just so much stuff going on in the world right now, and I wanted to put eyes on that. And it's scary because so many people are fighting like suicidal thoughts and all that kind of stuff on the daily, like every minute of the day around the world, and have lots of friends that do as well. So I wanted to dedicate a song to that.
Tell me a bit about your writing process.
Usually I'm up late in my room because I can't sleep, and I'm just kind of playing on the piano, and I come up with a few lines, and then I'll bring that into a session and I'll work on it with another writer, or I'll just write like the whole song in my room late at night.
I want to hear a bit about your where you grew up.
So it's a native reserve in Ontario, and my dad's pretty involved in the community. I grew up doing little things like singing at elders' homes and that kind of thing. No tax. Yeah, I mean, it was great. Lots of my family lives there, so yeah, that's a big part of growing up. I still live there at home with my parents, so I'm commuting and driving super far distances to Toronto like all the time, but yeah, I love it.
How long is that drive?
About 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's kind of near Kingston?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They're like 30 minutes away from Kingston.
Right. Okay. Speaking about your dad, I read somewhere that your dad used to build instruments.
Yeah, he still does. So he makes native wind flutes. He's got a wood shop in the backyard, and he also makes like native drums as well.
Is he the one that pushed you into the music and singing?
Yeah, I would say so. Him and my mom both. He has a band, so he has a studio in our basement, and I just kind of grew up recording in the studio and listening to my dad sing all the time.
Cool. What kind of band?
Native American rock-ish.
Cool.
Yeah.
When were you singing, like, let's say on the regular in front of crowds? When did that start?
I want to say when I was like 8, maybe I started singing in front of crowds. I think my first performance was at my school in like a play. I don't remember what play it was, but I remember singing in it, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was very nervous, though. I hated singing in front of crowds, and I was like, no, Mom, I don't want to do it.
And that's gone away clearly a little bit?
Yeah, it's gone
So
away.
you're very in your element when you're up there.
Yeah.
So I know that you became well known for your covers that you're putting out on YouTube. Tell me about your favorite cover that you've ever made.
I think that would probably be, I did The Prayer, Celine Dion, Andrea Bocelli, with my friend Rylan James when we were both like little, and we actually learned some Italian from my vocal coach speaks Italian, so he taught us how to say all the words, and it was super cool. It took a long time to learn it and like say it properly, but it was a good time. That's probably my favorite cover.
Do you remember which one went a bit viral?
The Prayer.
That's
and Hurt by Christina Aguilera. I did that one. How old was I? I think I was 9, and it got like 5 million hits on it. I was like, what? My mom also didn't know how to monetize it,
Right.
so I made no money.
Tell me about like growing up in your teen years, and then we'll get to Wax.
In my teen years, I want to say when I got to high school, I still loved singing. I was always like playing in my room, and then I kind of quit music for like a year or 2. I was just going through some stuff. I was pretty sad. I didn't really sing as much as I always had, and then in like grade 11 I got back into it and was like writing songs all the time, and I wanted to pursue it as a career.
Do you remember what got you back into it?
I think just getting over the hard times that I was going through, and I just got back into it, yeah.
What have you been doing since you've been signed?
Since I've been signed, I've just been traveling and writing, and it's been a blast. And I've gotten to go to a few pretty cool places and meet some awesome people. And I think just the development overall has been really great because I've gotten to work with so many wonderful songwriters and producers that have helped me kind of find my lane, I guess you would say.
tell me your biggest highlight since being signed.
I want to say probably going to London and Sweden. We did a trip there and it was just insane. At that time, I had been vegan for like 8 months, but we were in Sweden and I really wanted Swedish meatballs because I love them and I had to have them in Sweden. So I ate meatballs and then I was sick all night because I couldn't digest meat anymore. And I was like texting my label head, Jamie. He's like, oh no. Yeah, it was unfortunate.
Are you still vegan now?
No.
No?
No. it's too hard. But I don't eat that much meat.
Were the Swedish meatballs worth it?
Yeah, they were so good. Literally so good. Like, it's probably the best meal I've ever eaten.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about actual Swedish meatballs that are better than, let's say, IKEA Swedish meatballs?
So they come in like a gravy kind of sauce, like the Swedish meatball sauce, but it's not like a cranberry sauce. It's these little berries. I think they're called like lingonberries. I don't know how to say it properly, but they're like tart and delicious and it's so good.
Where were you in Sweden? What city?
Stockholm.
What is your favorite part about performing in front of a crowd?
Probably when you start singing and everybody just gets quiet and they're listening and you can make eye contact with them and see that they're just like, I love that.
What is the last song you listened to? We're probably going to need your phone for this one.
I've got it in my pocket here.
And you're going to have to show the camera so we know you're not lying.
It actually might have been Sad World, honestly, because I was listening to it on the way here. But on Spotify, Sugar by Brockhampton.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place to eat?
I love charcuterie, which is like meats and cheeses and that kind of thing. In Kingston, there's this restaurant called Tango Nuevo, and they have a good charcuterie board. So I'd say that.
Tell me your best dad joke.
How do you make a Kleenex dance?
How?
You put a little boogie in it. Nailed it.
Beauty. Thank you so much, Noelle.
Thank you for having me.